How much will Social Security get now, including retirement, disability, SSDI, and survivor's benefits? I have all the details and what you need to know right here in this video, so let's get right into it. Alright, information continues to change very rapidly right now, and the same goes for fixed income beneficiaries, as well as the low income, no income, seniors, older adults, the elderly, and of course, people with disabilities. There's a lot going on right now, and I do want to talk you through some details right here in this video in regards to some new information that is out there circling around in regards to a pretty substantial raise or increase to your monthly benefits. So I do want to talk you through all the details because I do know that the vast majority of you here in the community are fixed income beneficiaries. Therefore, we need to watch everything very closely as it pertains to our monthly benefits, as it is our money, it's our benefit, it's our lifestyle, it's our bank accounts, and it ultimately dictates what we get to do going forward, because do we have enough money to pay all the bills, or what is actually going on right now? So information is coming out so incredibly fast right now, it is unbelievable what is actually going on, which is why I'm watching everything very closely each and every day and bringing it to you in these videos just so that you can stay tuned with what's going on and how it's potentially going to impact you and your monthly benefit as a fixed income beneficiary. So I do have this very important information for you right here in the video, so let's get into it and discuss all these details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I am very much dedicated to you and this community to continue doing all the research and to breaking it all down into these short videos to let you know what is going on right now, what's being introduced, what's being announced, what's being proposed, how is it going to impact you and your monthly benefit as a fixed income beneficiary. There's so much going on, which is exactly what I want to make sure that you're staying aware of, as well as everything else out there going on right now during this very weird time. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss any updates going forward. And my commitment is to be here right by your side every single day, helping you out in any way that I possibly can, get more money, benefits, checks, stimulus, programs, or anything else that may be coming up right now that you can get to take advantage of as a low income or fixed income beneficiary. All right, thanks again. Let's jump into it and talk about what is actually going on. All right, so I do want to talk you through the details about the latest details that are circling around out there right now as far as what this potential increase or raise could look like for your monthly benefits. This is actually pretty substantial. In fact, possibly the biggest raise that we've seen in about 40 plus years since the early 80s. This is pretty big, right? I mean, we could almost call this a historic raise when it comes down to it. So this is actually pretty big and some pretty interesting things that are going on. Again, I've been mentioning a lot in recent videos, like it is so weird. The things that I read about every day, it's almost like you can't even believe this stuff is actually happening, right? So just when you feel like you've heard it all, there's always something else that comes up. It's just like so weird. Anyway, we can talk about all that in a separate video, but let's get into this and talk about the preliminary information that's circling around right now in regards to your monthly benefit. I'll give you some examples of what this may look like on a monthly basis, just so you can kind of wrap some numbers around this. And then of course, I want to talk about some other key factors that we need to think about as well after we run through these numbers. So let's get into it and talk through these numbers here for you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some round numbers to work with. Again, it's not going to be exact. It's not going to be down to the very penny, down to the very dollar, but it'll get you within a couple dollars of what things could look like in the event of a 9.1% raise to benefits. All right, so let me run through these numbers for you. All right, so let's just say that you're receiving a $600 monthly benefit. Applying a potential 9.1% raise to your $600 monthly benefit would give you a $54 per month raise, going from $600 to $654 per month. Not bad, right? And by the way, over the course of the entire year, that is over $600 extra over the course of the year from $54 a month. So when you look at it that way, it's like, not bad, right? All right, so let's talk about a $700 benefit. If you're receiving a $700 benefit, applying a potential 9.1% raise to that $700 would increase your benefits by $63 each and every month, from $700 to $763. So not bad once again, right? All right, let's talk about an $800 benefit. If you're currently receiving an $800 benefit, applying a potential 9.1% raise to that benefit would increase your benefits by $72 every single month, from $800 to $872 every month. Yeah, this is on a monthly basis, by the way. All right, so again, not bad. Next, let's go on to a $900 benefit. If you're receiving a $900 benefit, applying a potential 9.1% raise would increase your benefits from $900 to $981 every single month. Again, really, really nice. By the way, that one, over the course of the entire year, would be over $950 throughout the course of the year. So that'd be extra. That'd be pretty nice for a lot of people, right? All right, let's talk about one more example here quickly. A $1,000 benefit. If you're receiving a $1,000 monthly benefit, applying a potential 9.1% raise would increase your benefits by $91 every single month, which would essentially be another $1,000 a year. So again, not bad, right? So yeah, wow, pretty good. But anyway, we all do completely recognize that this is all based on inflation, right? So a big raise like this is kind of good on one hand because ultimately you get more money to work with on a monthly basis. But at the end of the day, we also recognize that it's not exactly the best thing ever because it just means that inflation is also very high. And we also understand that these raises on an annualized basis as a result of the COLA or the cost of living adjustment is generally behind the times, right? Just like this year in 2022 is a perfect example. They gave us the 5.9%, but right now we're dealing with inflation at about 8.5% or so. So we're behind by multiple percentage points, right? Like 2.5% is where we're currently sitting behind. So we can kind of see that these raises are great, but at the end of the day, they're certainly not perfect, right? So anyway, this is the information that is circling around right now as far as some preliminary numbers, as far as what your benefit could look like going forward in 2023 as a result of this potential raise. Now, one more thing I want to throw out there because I know that I'm going to see this down in the comment section, and this is also something we certainly need to take into consideration, which is the Medicare Part B premium. However, based on some other information that we recently got out of the Department for Health and Human Services Secretary, as well as the Biden administration, we got this information coming out saying that they're likely going to be leaving the Medicare Part B premium for 2023 the same as what it is here in 2022. Again, we'll see about that. We can't really anticipate anything until we get the official announcements out of the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. But anyway, that's what they're projecting as of right now. So it does look kind of promising that could potentially be a thing. But I would highly recommend this. Please don't get your hopes up on that because we don't want to get our hopes up and then only to be let down when they come out and say, oh, just kidding, we're going to raise it by 10%. Yeah, just kidding. You know what I mean? So but anyway, that is the information that is circling around as far as the Medicare Part B premium going forward, as in it may not actually get a raise going forward next year. So this would be like one of the best of all the worlds kind of situations right now, where we get a nice, substantial, like significant, potentially 9.1% raise. And again, by the way, that can be adjusted up or down by the time we actually get the official announcement. This is just some of the preliminary information that's circling around out there right now based on all the information that is hitting the wire in regards to inflation and all of this stuff that's going on right now. So remember, that could certainly change going forward. But let's just say that this actually happens, right? The 9.1% actually happens and there's no raise to the Medicare Part B premium. Wow, could you imagine? We would actually get a raise to our benefits without the Medicare Part B premium taking it all away or the vast majority of it. Whoa, like what's happening? What's going on? Wow, it's like we hit a jackpot. Wow. I mean, seriously, that would actually be pretty nice, right? Because usually what happens is when we get this raise every year that's announced out of Social Security, usually shortly thereafter, Medicare comes in and says, oh, we're going to raise it up. We're going to raise up the premium. And then they take away like the vast majority of the raise that we actually get from the COLA raise, right? So anyway, it might be kind of an interesting Goldilocks situation this year. You like that one? I don't think I've ever said that in one of my videos before, but you never know, right? So anyway, it could be like the perfect situation. The big raise comes in and not followed up by a huge raise or raise at all to the premiums on Medicare. So I don't know. Anyway, could be kind of interesting going forward. So we're still waiting for some pretty big announcements here, but this is the preliminary information floating around. I always like to keep you posted on what's going on because we got to keep a grip on what's going on out there. We need to continue to pay attention to all this. We need to stay tuned with what's going on. So it's very important because this impacts your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, your income. Therefore, it's very important, right? Anyway, I hope this one helps you out. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share this video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. I'm doing my best to find as much best information as I can every single day to break it down into these short videos and make sure that you're staying updated with everything going on in regards to your benefits, your money, packages, stimulus checks, programs, anything else, and helping you out grab as much as you possibly can. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. And until next time, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later.